Welcome to Training Industry's Quarterly E-Zine, Fall Edition 2011 podcast of the article Redefining the E in E-Learning by Lance Dublin. Using technologies to enable, enhance, and extend learning is not a new phenomenon. You might even say that it all began when man first drew on cave walls with charcoal. But fast-forwarding through a history of important learning technologies, the printing press stands out. It led to a change in the methods for learning transfer, from just oratory, debate, and guilds, to formal education, and what became known as book learning. If we fast-forward again, it's clear the invention of the transistor and then the microchip has more recently led to computer-assisted instruction, computer-based training, interactive multimedia, web-based training, and then e-learning. When a new technology is introduced into a process, and learning is a process, the first focus is on efficiency, doing things right. The goal is doing what we've always done faster, cheaper, and more of it. Key measures are time, cost, and usage. Computer-assisted instruction, computer-based training, interactive multimedia, web-based training, and both asynchronous and synchronous e-learning are all examples of how we can now deliver structured, formal learning events, such as courses and classes, to more people at a lower cost, along with the ability to record, track, and report on their progress. I believe the majority of the e-learning designed, developed, and deployed today is still targeted here. As time goes by and the efficiencies are realized, the focus moves to effectiveness, doing the right things. The goal becomes improving what we're doing so we get the results we want and need. Key measures are performance-based, how well rather than how much, starting with the adoption of Web 2.0 technologies, and approaches such as blogs and microblogs, wikis and communities of practice, rapid e-learning, and more recently, informal, social, and mobile learning. Organizations are now able to more effectively solve real business and organizational problems, as well as create new opportunities for innovation. Extending, enhancing, engaging. The following examples show what organizations are doing today to enable, extend, and enhance learning, and ensure on-the-job performance in new, different, and more importantly, effective ways. Their solutions range from low-tech to high-tech, low-touch to high-touch, formal to informal and social, and often a true blend. Cisco is committed to sustaining a culture of innovation and operational excellence in order to fulfill its vision to provide products and services to change the way we work, live, play, and learn. In the product engineering organization, the belief is that as the community of engineers share their knowledge and expertise amongst each other, this inspires the community to reuse and reapply ideas so that teams become more capable and productive. Their integrated solution includes the Community Learning Network, a high-leverage, low-cost vehicle to facilitate community learning across organizations through events and activities, and the Community Learning Library, a vehicle to collect, store, and make this learning accessible through social networking approaches, such as search, view counts, user ratings, tags, and sharing. By working closely with executive leadership, they have incorporated rewards and recognition into the program and provided tools and resources to make it easy to share. In addition, these leaders have also dedicated their personal time to support these activities as speakers, panelists, and advisors. While the traditional industry learning metrics are strong as compared to benchmarks such as learner satisfaction and cost, executives are expecting and seeing business results, such as new innovative products and cost savings. As important, the engineers value their learning experiences with quotes like this from one of the thousands of engineers that participate at the conferences. The Demo Expo conference gave a full 360 degrees of pure technical bliss. This is real. We're doing it big time. Just had an incredible interview with one of our distinguished engineers who was inspired at an internal conference, built an innovative product, and it resulted in over $10 million in savings, said Greg Brower, manager of the Learning and Development Solutions Group at Cisco. The Associate Development Team at JCPenney, one of America's leading retailers operating over 1,100 department stores throughout the United States and Puerto Rico, and one of the largest apparel and home furnishing sites on the internet, jcp.com, recently rolled out training on a new 30-step business process. Previously, participants would have come to a classroom to listen to corporate instructors teach. This time, they created an integrated program using a variety of media, such as a leader's discussion guide, a DVD, and approaches such as an illustrated activity book for each participant, group exercises to reinforce the learning, and the divisional merchants themselves acted as on-site facilitators leading the training activities in their own meeting rooms, providing their expertise and giving the learning immediate context. The result was that 900-plus associates were trained in 4 weeks, with very positive participant feedback like, "This was one of the best experiences I've had with driving home a disciplined process." Telus, a leading Canadian telecommunications company, has implemented an organizational learning model called Learning 2.0, which integrates formal, informal, and social tools and approaches. In addressing learning needs, they apply a formal, informal, social filter to the design that permits innovative, blended solutions from the outset. Conversely, they have also established processes and systems at an organizational level that enables learning to occur serendipitously. As an example, their Welcome to Tellus induction program was completely overhauled from a singular, standalone classroom event to a complete package of formal, informal, and social learning options through the first 90 days of their employment, including virtual world collaboration sessions, online scavenger hunts, live face-to-face fireside chats, discussion forums, and microblogging groups. Having a solution that incorporates formal, informal, and social learning allows there to be an ecosystem model of people, content, and knowledge at all levels of depth versus only one single source of competence, said Don Pontefract, Senior Director and Head of Learning and Collaboration at Telus. In order to address the learning goals for their national sales meeting in a new way that reflected how their sales reps actually worked, Constellation Academy of Wine implemented the Que Sera game. In this mirror world, sales reps were able to practice the skills needed to operate in complex situations, analyzing their customers' needs, being experts in their products, and tying the products to the customer's needs, utilizing appropriate messaging and building strong customer relationships. Through blending simulation, game elements, social networking sites, and live interactions, sales reps had a more immersive learning experience that better reflected their actual work processes and environment. The reaction was overwhelmingly positive, and according to the program evaluation, the program goals were met, if not exceeded. Seagate, a leader in the data storage industry, during a time of reorganization, realized leadership development was more important than ever, and yet there were real business challenges to its current instructor-led model, such as limited leadership and participant availability, costs, drop in employee engagement, and morale. So, Seagate launched a 6-module customized version of Harvard Business Publishing's Leadership Direct program, maximizing business results that included a virtual learning environment, allowing teams to work across geographies, HBP faculty and authors and experts to moderate and facilitate live virtual sessions, and participate in online and real-time Q&A. Seagate business leaders in co-moderating, coaching, and support roles to reinforce the concept of leader as teacher, participant-centered learning which combines the case study method of instruction with online discussion, offline self-study and virtual team activities, an action learning project, and an online learner portal. What previously took participants 160 hours in large chunks away from work was now delivered in 48 hours of modularized, bite-sized 2-hour-per-week chunks spread over 6 months aligned with their work. The Kirkpatrick Level 2 and 3 evaluation data confirmed the program is making an impact, and anecdotal Level 4 data points to delivering significant business results. In addition, historically, participants are reporting improved skills and increased knowledge in amounts up to 93%. We all tend to get infatuated with the new delivery vehicles, sometimes at the expense of the basics of development. First, define the business problem and learning objectives. Then, select delivery modalities that fit best, said Dr. Maria Wayne, Senior Director of Global Learning and Performance at Seagate Technology. Radioshack, a leading national retailer of innovative mobile and technology products, services, and accessories, understands a critical component of its ongoing success hinges on its ability to excel in the people part of its business. A new robust training and coaching approach combined with an overarching performance management process is being implemented to ensure it achieves top results. The Shack Track provides structured and prioritized content in phases managed in the Learning Center. Each phase contains store manager-led activities, associate workbooks, e-courses, job aids, manager guides, and checklists. associate knowledge assessments, and a skills evaluation conducted by the store manager. And to reinforce the skills and knowledge developed in the training, their coach approach is geared to coaching for on-the-job performance based on store standards to provide a non-negotiable foundation for its performance. The early results are pointing to increase associate speed to proficiency with heavy emphasis on sales, increased internal promotions to management, and reduced turnover. I like to compare designing a comprehensive training program to building a house. You have many tools in the tool belt to accomplish the job. The key is picking the right tool for the job. In the past, we had fewer tools at our disposal, so by default, many times we just did instructor-led on-the-job or video-based training because it was what we had available. Now, with access to e-learning, robust internets, social media, and increasing bandwidth speeds, there are many more tools for us to leverage, said Mike Van Lente, Director of Learning and Development at Radioshack Corporation. E-learning equals effective learning. As all of these examples demonstrate, it may well be time now to redefine the E in e-learning. The focus is no longer solely on the technologies that make the delivery of learning more efficient. The focus is now on the learning itself and how we can enable, extend, and enhance it to produce better results. And therefore, it's time we no longer define e-learning as electronic learning. We should define it as effective learning. Lance Dublin is CEO and Chief Solution Architect of Dublin Consulting. Takeaways. Using technologies to enable, enhance, and extend the learning process is not a new phenomenon. E-learning was initially focused on increasing learning efficiency by lowering costs, increasing access through formal synchronous and asynchronous electronic solutions. Organizations are increasingly focusing on learning effectiveness by applying an expanded set of solutions that enable, extend, and enhance learning through formal, informal, and social learning technologies and approaches. It's time we no longer define e-learning simply as electronic learning. We should define it as effective learning. You've been listening to Redefining the E in e-learning by Lance Dublin. For more podcasts and articles like this, visit www.trainingindustry.com. Thanks for listening. I'm John Sherlock.